Hello, my lovely Pisces, my fishy friends. So, of course, it's going to sound reasonable that I would be hearing Three Little Fishies as a lyrics, as a song for you guys. But keep in mind, I could have heard Barracuda or something else. So, what's really is interesting to me about this song is, of course, I don't always remember the lyrics, and this is an old one from childhood, but really, literally, it's about three little fishies. Down in the meadow in the itty-bitty pool swam three little fishies and a mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can. And they swam right over the dam. And that's, so as I go through this song, it's, they get swept out to sea, they think it's great, and then they see a shark and a whale, and they hightail it back, and they swim over the dam back into the small pond. But Pisces, what I'm getting with you is you don't actually need to swim back over the dam. That your inclination to swim in bigger waters is actually valid and something that you are capable of doing. That even though sometimes there's a quality of almost hopelessness, and hopelessness can show up in different ways. It can show up as procrastination. It can show up as hi sweetheart, it can show up as frustration. It can show up as lethargy. It can show up in a lot of different ways. It can be covered by a lot of different energies that kind of stop the momentum, and often it's coming from an old energy based on old disappointments. So what you're being told here is, please remember this quote. If a man or woman will begin with certainties, he shall end in doubts. But if he will be content to begin with doubts, he shall end in certainties. That is a quote from Sir Francis Bacon. And I love that quote because I find that is so valuable to remember when we're starting on something new. Most of us don't have any idea exactly where it's going to take us. We might have an image and a goal that acts as a momentum to move us forward. But what happens when we don't have that, when all we have is doubt? Can we move forward with it? Can we move beyond the meadow? Can we move beyond the pond? And what you're being told here is, yes, you can. Remember when you've got those feelings, those doubts, those questions about whether or not you should or you can move forward and swim in bigger waters, that there is more going on than just you. That no matter what you know, think, or what you're planning to do, remain open to the idea that there's a wisdom beyond yours and stay open to the input. And I think that is absolutely important when we find ourselves in that heavy, hopeless energy, that lethargy, that doubt. Okay? Doubt is fine as long as it doesn't paralyze you because you don't have a clear idea of where you're going. What you can do is you can turn the whole process into play, right? It can be about, well, let's see. What if I don't worry about making mistakes? What if I don't worry about looking silly? What if I just decide that I'm going to let my creativity and my humor and all of that stuff be a part of where I would like to go and what I would like to do, without necessarily having to know what that is, but I'm willing to engage in that energy. And then you're being asked, keep a smile on your face. Now, I'm going to speak about this in two ways. I think this can be an indication for you not to let your doubts get you down. Frown, sad, all of that. But from an energetic perspective, what happens when you smile full on? If you feel like doing this with me, sit yourself down and let you just feel where your thighs and your buttocks are hitting the chair. And now think of something that genuinely makes you smile, and that smiles all the way up to your eyes and all the way down to your heart. And some of you might be able to notice that you actually feel it all the way down your back or at least not, if not all the way down your back, you might actually feel it in your thighs and in your buttocks. It literally lifts, it connects all, your fascia is all connected. So one of the things that does, and energy runs through your fascia. So one of the things that does when you lift your face, your smile, and it's a genuine smile, is you're really starting to stretch your fascia. And one of the cool things is your jaw is a major turnaround point for the stress reflex. So the releasing of the jaw muscles actually increases the energy, the positive energy that runs back down your spine, all the way down to your feet. It connects you. And that's one of the things we want when we get into that hopeless energy and that sense of lethargy. We need to keep the energy moving, or we need to do something that keeps the energy moving. So all kinds of play is good for that too, right? Not just an attitude of play about what it is you're trying to do, but playfulness, play a game, laugh at something. And then on top of this, what they're saying is play with your intuition. Pisces, you're very in tune. You have the capacity to be very in tune. You're that water sign. You can very easily move into that side of the brain and that portion of the brain that is about reading things intuitively and psychically, and really getting in touch with that, which is also very much the creative energy as well. So what they're asking you to do is allow yourself, again, remember that there's more at play than just you. There is a wisdom beyond yours. And it may be just beyond your personality, and in terms of your higher conscious mind, I believe there is a greater wisdom beyond me and my higher mind, even beyond that. And what they're asking you to do is, you know what, like take a chance on playing with your intuition so that you can deliberately get in touch with the energy that is beyond you, the information that is beyond you, so you can start experiencing life dimensionally and feel more energy flowing around you and beyond you, because that will move you out of hopeless, okay? That is going to give you much more of a sense of confidence and possibility when you do that. It's and drop the weight. Let go of what ideas and thoughts are holding you back and stressing you, okay? Clear them off the list. This is very much about you getting energy moving and really starting. You've got play twice. You've got play and then you've got intuition play. Okay? You've got smile full on. This is very much about you having the opportunity at this point to really let go of some of the old heavy energy that holds you back. And so whether or not it's actually holding you back from something specific now, or whether or not this is just about old patterns that are generally operating in your life, this is a great time for you to look at it, okay? And use those techniques and those ideas that Spirit has offered you up, okay? That's it, Pisces, my dears. Take care.